Hi everyone, this is Tuplex. Welcome back. I'm back at our circuit area and I'm thinking about how to manage the trains coming in here. And I think what I'm going to have to do is have separate unloading stations for iron and copper. And the reason for that is, I could set up these inbound train stations like I did in the rocket parts areas where if there's any ingredient with less than a full train's worth, it allows the train through. The problem is that now I have two destinations for those trains that go there, and I can't think of a good way to guide them to their destination, especially when we have to factor in that sometimes they're going to need copper, sometimes they're going to need iron, and, I want the trains just to come in and stack up regardless of what material they have. Even if I did like 5 stations for copper and 5 for iron, then how do I direct each of those trains to one of the two and each of these trains to one of the two? I think it's going to be a little complicated. So what I could do instead is have one outbound, one inbound for copper, one inbound for iron at each of these units. We'll have to move things a little bit to make enough room. And if I do that, then we actually won't even need these stations here anymore. We can remove these extra stations. That'll make it simpler. So that way an iron train will come in, and as soon as one of the 2 iron stations is open, then it can come and start unloading. And if it doesn't finish unloading, it can just sit there and wait, and it won't cause a problem. So that will make the station bigger, which means that the bot distance is going to increase somewhat. But I think that's going to be the more efficient solution here. All right, so what I'll do is I'll pick that up. And let me grab my stuff out of there. So we'll call this green circuits copper. And then we'll set up another one for iron. And I wonder if I could even put it that close. I might be able to. Let's see. Yeah, I think we can put it that close. Okay. Then we'll have to move that signal just a bit. Oops. There we go. And then this will be green circuits iron. Okay, so let's just blueprint all of this. Put in some more lights over here on this side. There we go. Okay. So one for iron, one for copper, and then, like I said, we're going to have to move the rest of this in order to make room. So I'll just get my train out over here. And then let's put down our roboports. Okay, and then I'm going to want to put, let's see, yeah, this is my production module footprint, right? Actually, let's remove the track related stuff from this. Oh, I think where's the blueprint? Oh, okay. I gotta put this back in there. There we go. All right. Yeah, so this is going to have to move. I think I'm gonna have to move this by like one segment. All right, so I'm just gonna pick it up. And then I'll put down my blueprint, or my footprint rather. And then we can put down the passenger station again. We could put that right there, I believe. Okay, I hesitate because this blueprint doesn't have the extra roboports here, and I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, that'll be fine. All right. Okay, so that'll work. Then this is, we have to rename this again to Green Circuits PAX. Okay, I'll tell my train to go there. Again, it'll have to loop around and come back. And I need to move that signal forward a little bit. Okay, and then the rest of this is going to have to move, so I'll just go ahead and pick up all of that. Okay, and then I can blueprint this. No, I can't. I need to put down the footprint on this side too. Okay. And now I can blueprint this whole thing. Try to get rid of some of this extra rail that I don't need, and then I can figure out where this has to go. So this can go right here. Minus that radar. I don't think I'm going to need that. Okay. So far, so good. And then this whole situation here needs to move down a bit. You know what? Let me redo that and get the name of the train station as well, just so I don't have to rename it again. All right, so we'll take all that out. Okay, and then We'll put down the footprint again. There we go. And then we can put this down right there. All right, what happened here? Let's try that again. Oh, and this one too. Okay, and then this one goes over here. And okay. And then has the right name. And then I just need to get rid of this signal here, and I think we are all set. And then our robot network should not be touching. Okay. So now that we have that there, we can start to build it. So let's grab beacons and modules. All right, and we'll start up here. And I hope I have enough to do it. Yeah, I think I do. Perfect. Okay, and then these all get speed. Okay. All right, awesome. So we got mining productivity 24 done, or 23 done rather. Okay, so now we can set up the layout. So one of these is going to be copper wire, and the other is going to be green circuits. And we need to have a requester chest, and we need to have a wood chest, and we need to have a provider chest, and amount of provider chests. There's one. Dope. Okay. So I'll grab those. Okay. They didn't take all of them. That's good. All right. So we can do it like that. All right. Now this one. One thing I need to check is, yeah, I think this will be okay. I was going to say I need to check how many. Do I have stack inserters? I don't think I do. No, I don't. Let's get more stack inserters. Sometimes when we have a machine like this, it's going to be running very fast. You know, with the speed beacons and everything, and a half a second cycle time, these machines are going to be going very, very fast. And I think they may be limited somewhat by the speed of the inserters. Especially here, because, well, here, let's power this up so we can see what the speed is going to be. I'll just get this powered up. Let's see. Okay. So this has a crafting speed of 5.5. And it takes 1 copper second every half second. Or 1 copper plate every half second. So 0.5 divided by 5.5, that means it's taking about 1/10 of a second per cycle. It's 0.09. So if I take 1 divided by 0.09. That's almost 11 items per second that we need to move with this stack inserter. Now if I check the Factorio cheat sheet, which I'm going to do right now, bear with me a moment, and there's a section on inserter throughput. Here we go. So a stack inserter going from container to container with full upgrades can move 27.7 items per second. Okay, so that's fine. This one's fine. So it's going to be taking in 11 per second, and it's going to be putting out 22 per second plus productivity. So 22 per second times 1.4, that's 30 per second. So in this case, the copper wire, I believe, is going to be limited by the inserter. And I don't think, yeah, we don't have infinite research on inserters. So this is actually not going to be able to run quite as fast as it wants to. So the green circuits are going to be waiting for copper wire. It's going to be slowed down by, I don't know, 3 out of 30. I mean, it's going to be slowed down by about 10% just because the inserter is not fast enough. So I wonder if there's a way that we can get another inserter involved here, and I don't think that there is. Because this... Right, this needs to be for copper. Iron 255. Alright, so let's put iron plate 255. So this will take care of the copper and the iron. This is going to be the output, which is also going to need a filter inserter. And again, I'm going to limit that to 1 stack. You know, and then we could put a light there. I mean, that'll be 1 production unit. But it's not going to be fast enough. Now in this case, I am going to have 60 machines instead of 55. So that's going to give me, that's essentially 10% more than what I need. So maybe just by having some extra machines, I can make up for that deficiency of the stack inserters. I think the only other way that we could do it is if we had 2 copper wire machines for every one of these. But I would rather just have extra machines. All right, so we'll do it like this. We want to limit that to 1 stack as well. Okay, and then we copy that. And we just start pasting that. Okay, and I need more requester chests. How am I doing on other stuff? It looks like I could use some lights as well. Okay, and it appears that I'm also going to need to place more power poles. Yeah, what the heck, I'll just go nuts with the power poles to make sure I get all these beacons lit up. There. Okay, and then we need extra roboports as well. Let's get rid of that. Put a roboport there, and then we'll put the power pole right there. Okay, so that looks good on that side. Get rid of that. There we go. And then that goes there, there, and there. Okay, and then we just need extra power poles again. All right. So that's done. And then let's put a few turrets down. And we should be good to go. All right, so I would like to test this out. Let's go back to the main base and deploy a couple of trains. Oh, let's let our bots do their thing first. Okay, go ahead, guys. All right. So let's go deploy an iron train and a copper train so that we can see this work. And hopefully it will work well. Okay, and then one thing that we can do to help load balance as the trains come in, you know, we can either just let the trains run, and when this one gets full, the train will wait, and then the trains will automatically go to the next one. Or we can use some circuits to try to keep it balanced more automatically. And I think I'd rather just let it do it by itself. Just because that's a simpler solution. And if it'll work well enough with the simple solution, then that's the one that I prefer. Okay, so we need 2 trains. 1, 2. And then we need 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. And I wish I had my train deployment station back. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and this one is going to be for iron. So let me check my train color reference again. So iron plate is 210, 210, 255. Okay, so this is going to go to smelting iron out until full, and then it needs to go to green circuits iron until empty. Simple enough. And then we do the same. Whoopsie. All right, get out of here. That was funny. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and then that one is for copper plate. Copper plates are 255, 125, 85. Okay, and then this one is going to go to smelting copper out until full. And then it's going to go to green circuits copper until empty. All right. Let me turn that back on. And now let's go to green circuits, PAX. I already have robots. We'll see if 350 is going to be enough. I'm not sure it will be. Because this is going to be sucking down material very, very quickly. Oh, okay. Good bots. Okay, here comes the copper train. And the iron train is waiting, apparently. Okay. Oh no, the iron train's been here already. Okay, good. Alright, so all we have to do now is put in the bots. Let's go. Okay, and I expect to see some red lights show up. See, look at that. Look how fast this thing is going. It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, so you can see that the stack inserter is kind of holding things up. And we can also see that all of these robots are involved and having a hard time with it. Yeah, so this stack inserter here, unloading the copper wire into the box, is really the bottleneck in this case. And later on, we're going to see, like when we start making science packs, there are certain items that we'll need to produce, like the mining drills for one of the science packs. You know, these things take 10, 15, 18 items for every one. And when it's fully beaconed and moduled, there's no way that one inserter can handle it. So what we're going to do in cases like that, you know, here it's very close. It's almost fast enough, but not quite. But in those cases where there's just no way, then I'll probably just reduce the number of beacons that we're using so that we don't amp it up as much. You know, obviously we don't need to give it a huge speed boost if it can't keep up with it. So in those cases, we'll just slow the machines down and then add additional machines to get the throughput that we want. Okay. Well, this seems to be running pretty well. Let's take a look at our production numbers. See, this is green circuits in the main base, and this is green circuits plus this. So it's pretty incredible once you get modules involved. This little setup here is outproducing all of this. Oh, well, and I guess this would be doing better if it had enough copper, but you get the idea. All right, so we're going to have 3 more of these running. Yeah, and 350 bots, like for one side. And we can see that a lot of them are hanging around to get charged. But we are getting a lot of green circuits made in a very short amount of time, so that is awesome. Yeah, so I think once we get the other side set up, I'm probably going to need to give it another 350 bots, and maybe even more, because these guys up here are not even being taken care of. And these are all backed up because they've reached the chest limit. But the bots are too busy to get up there and bring the circuits down. So we probably even need more than 350 here. So I think what I'll do is I'll boost this up to 500. and I'm going to remove this section of track so that no more material gets brought in. I'm going to boost this up to 500, and we'll see how that does. Actually, why don't we do that real quick together? We'll go back to the main base, get some more bots. I think I still have my request in for bots. So we'll go do that, and then we can see how it does with 500 bots. Or we can just add 50 at a time, like we did in the other case, and see how we do. And that'll give it some time to get some more plates brought over there. Okay, so I got 200. All right, that's good enough. Let's go back. Oh, crap. Yeah, I disconnected the rail connection for myself too. So I'll have to be careful I don't run into something on my way over there. Oh no, not copper one. I went smelting copper. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have to take a U-turn down here. I just slowed down for traffic. That was a first. All right. Let's back up a tad. I'll just park here. All right, now where are my trains? Oh, okay, they're waiting for me to reconnect the station. All right, so let's put in another 100 bots. Now this is not a good test because, oh, well, maybe it is. That does look a lot better with 450. All right, so let's reconnect that. We'll get some more material brought in, and then we'll see how it goes. All right, so all the bots are going home now because they're out of copper. Well, not all of them, but many of them are going home now because they're out of copper. So we'll wait for some more material to get brought in here, and then we'll see how we do with 450 bots. All right, there's the copper, there's the iron. Okay, so all the bots are busy. But I do see that all of the machines seem to be getting serviced now. I see like this one up on top is going yellow once in a while. That means that its chest is filling up. So let's give it 50 more. Yeah, even that might not be enough. Well, overall it's not bad. They're all running pretty good, but I do see the green circuits. This one, for example, gets red once in a while, which means that it's not getting enough iron or copper up there. But that's the only one. So they do seem to be getting fed quickly enough. The fact that a lot of them are turning yellow means that we could probably be doing a better job of getting the finished circuits out of there. But I think we'll go with 500. And we'll see how it goes. If we get to a point where we're not producing fast enough because of the bots, then we can add more. But I don't, this means I'm going to have 1,000 bots just in this little unit, and I don't want to have to go completely nuts with the robots. 1,000 is a lot of bots. Okay, well, that'll do it for this episode. I think we'll just leave this one running for now. Essentially what I'm doing is just slowly adding enough capacity that we can get everything that we need to start making more science packs. So rather than jump from 45 science per minute to 1,000 per minute all in one step, we'll do this. We'll just add, one unit. In this case, we'll consider this to be 1 unit. We'll do one at a time, and then that way, once we have all the products being made, we can get the science running, we can get the research going, and then we can scale it up again to get to our full 1,000 science packs a minute that we're shooting for. So that's kind of the general strategy right now. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.